the survivors in alphabetical order. With this information, Shun remembers that Ichika's surname is Akamoto and becomes afraid that she is in the same room as Amaya, but as the door is locked, there is nothing he can do to help her. Hoping that someone might hear him, Takahata starts knocking on the door until he is interrupted by Taira, who is an extremely arrogant genius. Challenge. Just then, someone starts knocking on the door, which mysteriously unlocks, allowing 4 Kokeshis to enter. Once inside the room, one of the 4 totems invites Taira to play, and being a man brimming with self-confidence, he accepts without a second thought. With the first participant chosen, the puppets explain a little more about the challenge and reveal that he will be taking part in the famous Kagome Kagome, a traditional game in which one person is chosen to sit blindfolded in the center of a wheel of spirits. Once the person is in place, the entities begin to walk around the chosen one while singing a song. Once they have finished, the spirits will give 10 seconds and the participant will have to guess which entity is behind them, being eliminated if they get it wrong. Thinking it's going to be easy, Taira puts on his blindfold and sits down on the floor, very excited. But when the Kokeshis stop singing, the genius gets nervous and ends up making a mistake. As a way of punishing him, one of the puppets opens its eyes and shoots a beam of light that gives it control over the young man's body, causing him to bang his head until his skull smashes against the floor. After defeating the first participant, the Kokeshis invite Tauka to play, but she refuses because she's scared. One of the dolls then says that she will be eliminated anyway, and the girl ends up accepting so that she at least has a chance. When it's her turn to guess which totem is behind her, Tauka is so afraid of getting it wrong that she ends up exceeding 10 seconds and is automatically disqualified. Frightened, Tauka tries to run away and is soon surrounded by the Kokeshis who fire that beam at her forehead, but unlike what they did to Taira, this time each of the totems pulls the girl's leg to one side, causing her body to split in half. After defeating yet another student, the Kokeshis challenge Takase to play, but seeing the state she's in, Shun knows his friend won't be able to win and offers to go in her place. Now blindfolded, Takahata sits in the center of the room and listens intently to the Kokeshis sing. But when it's time to guess who's behind him, the young man takes too long and one of the totems announces that time is up. At that moment, Shun shouts out loud which puppet is behind him and the totems repeat that time is up, but the young man shows that he recorded everything and that they ended the challenge with only 6 seconds, so he answered within the time allowed. Curious, the puppets ask how he got it right and Takahashi says that in the previous 2 rounds, they kept the same formation and it was the same Kokeshi who announced the end of time. So all he had to do was wait for the puppet to say something to know where each of them stood. As he guessed whoever was behind him in less than 10 seconds, the dolls turn to dust and a key appears from their ashes. With no more obstacles, Shun and Takase take the object and leave the room, but as soon as they pass through the door, they find a student who also has a key and is being chased by another Kokeshi. Desperate, the young man warns them that this totem is chasing lonely students and asks them to hold hands, then joins them. The totem then approaches and, after making sure that the trio are really together, goes off to look for another lonely person, leaving Shun's group with 2 keys. While walking through the corridors of the cube, the trio hear something and run towards the scream, discovering